Is anyone out there watching The Bachelorette? Bachelorette. I am, and I need to know your thoughts on it. Like right now, Jordan, the male model guy, really seems like a douche. Don't y'all think? Definitely let me know who's your favorite guy, because I love watching The Bachelorette. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Or if you're a newbie, that's okay. You ain't gotta be new for long. You can just subscribe. Don't be part of that 53% of people who aren't subscribed to my channel, but still watch my videos. Anyway, before we get started, make sure to hit that notification bell. Is it on this side or is it on this side? So you can become part of the Birch family. And let's go ahead and get right into this video. This dog came into the clinic because she was not urinating. The owner actually didn't know how long she hasn't urinated for, but he just noticed that she wasn't feeling well. And when we palpated her bladder, it was huge. So I tried to place a urinary catheter to relieve the pressure in her bladder, and we also needed a urine sample. So I had to put my hair up because I was starting to sweat because I was literally trying to pass this urinary catheter for like 30 minutes, but I could not get it to flow. So my doctor tried to pass it, he couldn't get it either, but we did get a small urine sample and we got a bunch of blood, but we couldn't figure out like why we couldn't get this urinary catheter to pass. Her bladder was so huge and so hard, it literally felt like one of those small basketballs in her abdomen. My doctor decided to take abdominal radiographs, and while he was doing that, I was running this urinalysis, which she obviously had a bunch of blood and white blood cells, but we were trying to see if she had any urinary crystals. X-ray would show us if she had any stones in her bladder or a stone in her urethra, which would keep us from being able to pass that urinary catheter. So on the urinary sediment, I didn't see any crystals at all. However, her abdominal X-ray showed a big mass blocking the bladder and the urethra. So after this x-ray, we did recommend that they go see a specialist and go get an abdominal ultrasound and see what else could be done because this mass was pretty nasty. This poor puppy is only 8 months old and is obviously having some terrible skin issues. So the first thing that we did was do a skin scrape on this dog to check for mange, and he did test positive for Demodex. Demodex is a mite that lives in your dog's hair follicles and oil glands, and while some dogs have a small population of these little pests, disgusting, I know, those who are sick or have a compromised immune system can't suppress the mite from spreading, so an infestation can occur. The treatment for Demodex will vary depending on whether or not the infection is localized or generalized. Generalized Demodex is treated with oral or topical medications depending on the individual case. In some situations, additional medications are prescribed, such as antibiotics, if a secondary bacterial infection has occurred. Regularly scheduled recheck examinations and skin scrapings are needed to monitor response to therapy. The good news about Demodex is that it is not contagious to other dog, cats, or humans. Y'all been watching my videos, y'all know I've been working in the veterinary field for a hot minute. It's been like 7 years of my life. That's a long, committed relationship that I've been in with veterinary medicine, okay? I feel like I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot, I've done a lot. I've worked in huge clinics and I've worked in medium clinics, and the clinic that I'm in right now is probably the smallest clinic I have ever worked in. However, this little clinic that I work at, we see the craziest stuff. We see things that I have read about in my textbooks that that like never happen, or things that I didn't even know could happen. Literally every single day something happens and I'm like, what? And I'm sure everybody that I work with thinks that I know nothing because I'm always in a constant state of shock. And the video that we're about to watch is a perfect example of that. It just shows you that in veterinary medicine, you're always learning. So a little bit of backstory. We had a 11-month-old black lab that came into the clinic who had some hair loss around his eyes and like on the inside of his legs. And so we thought, okay, well, let's do a skin scrape and let's rule out sarcoptic mange or demodectic mange. So I go in, and I have my scalpel blade and my slide, scrape, and I get my sample over to my microscope, and I'm sitting there looking at this skin scrape, looking for mange, and I see this little blood bubble, and it's like squiggling around and moving, and I'm like, what the heck? And so I zoom in, and it's a freaking Microfilaria on my skin scrape. And I go to my doctor, Dr. Sanderlin. Good news, I don't see either types of mange. However, there's a Microfilaria on the skin scrape, and he's sitting there like staring at it, like staring into the microscope, not saying anything. Do you see it? It's right there. Like I put the pointer on it. Do you see it? Yeah, no, yeah, I see it. I'm like, that's a Microfilaria, right? Like that's what that is. That's what it is. It was crazy. Anyway, for those of you that don't know, a Microfilaria is a baby heartworm, and Microfilaria are blood parasites, but you usually see them on a direct blood sample. So we go to the owner and we're like, well, he doesn't have mange, but he has heartworms. Hey! We draw for a Hartman test. The Hartman test is positive. And we look at a blood sample underneath the microscope, and he does truly indeed have Microfilaria. Please let me know in the comments down below if you've ever seen a Microfilaria on a skin scrape. That just blew my mind. Oh, I do want to let you guys know that June 14th through June 28th, 29th, I am going to be going to Alaska, so I'm not going to have any veterinary videos going up. And I probably won't have any veterinary videos going up until July since I'm not going to be at work. But I do plan on vlogging my trip and posting it for you guys, so I hope you enjoy that. Anyways, as always, thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!